There are places where coffee is a shot of energy, and in other places where it's a ceremonial art. But in Helsinki, it's something more interesting. A silent daily rebellion. In Helsinki, Finland, where winter steals the sun for months and temperatures tend to plunge below -20 degrees Celsius, coffee isn't just a drink, it's the glue holding society together. Finns consume more coffee per capita than any nation on Earth. Yet there are no grand cafe franchises, no shouted orders, no pretense. This is the story of how the world's heaviest coffee drinkers built a culture unlike anywhere else, and why the rest of the world is just starting to pay attention. In order to understand Helsinki's coffee obsession, you need to understand winter. And to be more precise, Helsinki winter. In Helsinki, Finland, daylight lasts just 6 hours, and temperatures hover at -15 degrees Celsius for weeks on end. And coffee is just not a drink anymore, it's survival. Historically, Finnish laborers were paid partly in coffee rations not for the caffeine, but for the calories. A cup with milk and sugar could stave off hypothermia. Today, that legacy lives on in what is known as kahvitauko in Finland. It's the sacred coffee break enshrined in labor laws. Unlike Italy's 2-minute espresso shots or New York's grab-and-go cups, Helsinki's coffee breaks are slow, communal affairs. Offices empty at 9:30 a.m., sharp as colleagues gather for 15 minutes of unfiltered coffee and cinnamon buns. Remarkably, no one rushes. In fact, studies show Finnish cafes have noise levels closer to a library than a Parisian terrace. Because here, coffee isn't about performance, it's about presence. You're not just drinking, you're sharing warmth, literally and metaphorically. What makes Helsinki's coffee taste distinct isn't just the beans, it's also the water. The city's tap water is among the softest in the world, with mineral levels so low they're almost undetectable. Scientifically, this matters. Hard water, like London's or Rome's, binds to coffee's flavor compounds, muting subtleties. But Helsinki's water lets every note sing the blueberry acidity of Ethiopian yirgacheffe, the caramel undertones of Colombian huila. Roasters here exploit this quirk of chemistry. While Italians roast beans until they're nearly black to overpower hard water, Finns prefer light roasts that highlight origin flavors. It's a philosophy borrowed from wine, terrain over tradition. Even the caffeine content is higher. Light roasting preserves 18% more stimulants than dark. The result? A cup that's brighter, fruitier, and stronger than anywhere in the Mediterranean. No wonder Helsinki's roasters now export their techniques to Berlin and Tokyo. Helsinki's cafes don't follow design trends, they follow meteorology. With only 6 hours of daylight in winter, every detail is engineered to combat darkness. Windows are oversized, flooding spaces with what little light exists. Tables are spaced precisely 1.85 meters apart, just beyond conversational earshot, because Finns value solitude even in crowds. The materials? Wool, untreated wood, and thick wool felt that absorb sound like snow. Municipal codes mandate heated floors and double-door airlocks to keep Arctic winds at bay. Unlike Viennese palaces or Parisian terraces, these spaces aren't for seeing and being seen. They're psychological lifeboats. Come January, when temperatures plummet, you'll find cafes packed with people sitting alone, reading, writing, or simply staring at their cups. And no one disturbs them. Because in Helsinki, coffee isn't socializing, it's collective solitude. In a world of loud coffee cultures like Italy with its centuries of tradition, Australia with its latte art, Helsinki whispers. There are no barista world champions here, no Instagram-famous drinks. Just a city that quietly perfected coffee, a part of its infrastructure. It's a culture built on paradox, the world's highest consumption, yet the slowest drinking. extreme social rituals, yet profound respect for silence. Perhaps that's why Helsinki's approach is now rippling globally with Gen Z social battery theory. From Berlin to Tokyo, roasters are adopting Nordic light roasts. Urban planners study Helsinki's cafes as blueprints for winter cities. Because this isn't just about coffee. It's about how a society can turn necessity into art and isolation into connection. So the next time you drink your coffee, try the Finnish way. No phone, no rush, just the warmth in your hands and the quiet around you. You might taste what Helsinki has known all along, that sometimes the richest flavors come from the stillest moments. Thank you for watching Travel Info. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.